Carla Marie doesn't have her headphones in, so she didn't know we were about to start. What are you doing over there?
Posting a fire extinguisher to Twitter.
We're going to explain the fire extinguisher first?
We can.
I think we should do that first because that was the notification.
Well,
so
I'm just telling Twitter to go here now.
For anyone who has actually received the notification from Twitch, I know it doesn't go out all the time. There was almost an incident yesterday.
It's funny.
Would you like to explain?
I told Jake and Erica and Ricky and John what happened, and Jake was like, "Do you have pictures?" I'm like, "No, Jake. In the moment of everything almost burning down."
Well, explain first before you talk about pictures.
So, yesterday, I decided to grill some chicken for my dinner, and I turned on the grill, put the chicken on the grill, and came inside to start making the spinach on the stove.
Number one rule.
But you would leave the grill unattended.
I never leave the grill, not for more than like 10 seconds. Like I'll go to grab something quickly and come back, but I won't put something on the grill and then go do a whole nother thing. I am standing by the grill the whole time. And there's a reason, by the way, because
good thing I wasn't.
I'll bring that up later.
Well, good thing I wasn't.
Why?
Because I could have died. Because I heard a big pop. No idea what the pop was. It could have been my death. And I go, oh no. And I go running outside and I open the door and I just see flames coming out from the grill. And the grill lid was closed. And there's just flames coming out from the sides. And it's near, like I have wooden fences and it's near 2 wooden fences. And I'm like, ah! I'm like, Anthony! And he opens the door. I'm like, fire extinguisher. And he's like, where's it? I said, closet. And he goes running to the closet. And I'm like, I actually don't even know if we have one. Like, I think it's yours from your apartment.
It's an older fire extinguisher, which I think you're supposed to switch out like every 5 years.
I'll be going.
I'm sure someone knows better than I do, but I think you are supposed to switch them out, which we did not. So I ripped the pin out of the fire extinguisher.
So while he's doing this, I'm like, you turned off the propane.
Yes.
Too. I'm like, well, I need to move this grill away from, so I'm like trying to move a ball of flames away from a fence. And so I'm like, all right, I'm going to open the lid and you're going to shoot it.
And then I shot it. It had one good like spray of whatever is in a fire extinguisher and
extinguish stuff.
Yeah, and then it stopped. And then there was nothing left in there.
One spray. So
luckily it was enough, and it was like a grease fire that was in the grill. Yeah. So it didn't spread anywhere. It just needed to die out. The one puff of the fire extinguisher or one spray did actually help.
But my neighbors are so close, to me, like 2-3 houses, like all surround. There's like houses in backyards next to me. Like it's bizarre. And their living room is like higher up. So the smoke was going, right into their house. Like it looked like Hocus Pocus when they burn them in the school and the smoke comes out. Like that's what was happening.
My family grilled a lot. And I think we've probably had a lot of close calls, which is why I live by the rule to never leave a grill unattended. And actually, when I went back to New Jersey recently, my brother and my mom told me that right before I got there, my parents had some friends over and they were grilling. My dad left the grill for a little bit. My brother was like on our back patio area at my parents' house and said he saw that the flame was like a little too high for comfort. And he went outside and my dad hadn't pulled the grill far enough away from the house, and we have like a wood and glass encased back porch area. It sounds way fancier than it is. It's like falling apart. But the flames were actually shooting out and touching the side of the house. And if you look now, it's all like it needs to be repainted because it was kind of actually burned. It just didn't actually catch on fire, but it did burn.
So Julie just brings up a great point, actually. She said, but did you turn off the spinach you were making? So in the middle of all this, when Anthony ran back inside for the fire extinguisher, I yelled, turn off the stove. And he came back out and we're doing this. I'm like, did you turn off the stove? He's like, no. So he ran. It was fine. But he ran inside and I'm like, oh my God.
No, and for the record, I did not start the fire.
Okay. Willie Nelson.
Well, no, because Angela said Anthony started the fire. And I said, absolutely not. I did no such thing.
Oh, someone said I assumed Anthony would have started the fire.
No, I did not do it. And I usually, listen, I can be stupid and clumsy about a lot of things. I feel like if I am grilling, I am always by the fire, just waiting there.
Yep.
I don't trust it.
Oh, Billy Joel, not Willie Nelson.
I didn't even realize you said that. Yeah.
Didn't we recently go through all of those lyrics?
You did. Yeah, I did not.
Yeah, but you were driving.
I think you and Ricky were doing them on the road trip.
No, it was just the two of us because I said so. Because it was trouble in the Suez when the Suez Canal was jammed up.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, let's read all these lyrics. And Anthony was driving and I was reading them and looking up what each thing was.
And to Brian, who said in the Twitch chat that we could use the garden hose. We don't have a garden hose back there.
We do. It's in the front.
Well, yeah, that's what I said
but
back there.
But I thought you're not supposed to put water on a grease fire.
Probably not.
I literally was just like, everything I ever learned about fire was like swirling through my head. I'm like, oh, I don't remember.
Stop, drop, and roll.
Which is so stupid because who's going to remember to do that?
I understand that there aren't a lot of times where you're caught on fire. I do believe, though, it's not stupid because in the rare occurrence that you might be caught on fire, you should probably know instinctively what to do. Like when a house is on fire, you can just run out.
You right now, if I'm on fire, I'm just running until someone finds me.
And that's your fault for not listening to the one message you've been getting your whole life. Let's see. No water on a grease fire.
Yep. Grease fire and sand and cat litter. Good to know.
Brian, you can always send us safety tips.
Oh,
because Carla Marie needs them. Oh, we have a real life firefighter in here.
Well, I'm going to the fire safety store in Ballard this week because there's a full-blown, like brand new, huge fire safety house.
I didn't even know such a thing existed.
Yeah. So I'm going to roll up in there and be like, what do I do with this thing? Can it be recycled? Can you fill it up? Can it work? And teach me about fire.
Can you refill a fire extinguisher or do you have to get a whole new one? I don't know. Yeah, it does go back to my doing one thing at a time rule. That's great. That's Bren417 in the Twitch chat. If you do one thing at a time, you are less likely to make a mistake like that.
You keep shaking the whole thing. Because we're on a different stand now.
That's true. We do have a whole different setup. If I move, does it shake the actual camera or just the
I'm watching it on
screen?
There.
Okay.
It's making me want to vom.
I have been tinkering all weekend. If you were here for the trivia game that played a couple minutes ago, I'd spent a whole lot of time making a whole new format for it. It's not perfect yet. And Lenny pointed out that I spelled special wrong.
Do you not know how to spell it or?
No, I do know how to spell it.
Spell it.
Goddamn. SPECIAL. Okay. Right? Okay.
I can't tell you how many times I'm downstairs or down the hall and Anthony's in here doing trivia and he's like, hey, how do you spell? And I'm like, just Google it, but okay.
That's just easier for me to yell.
I get it.
Although, that brings me to my next point.
Oh my God, I have cat hair in my.
Not only is Carla Marie a terrible person to live with if you want to barbecue, because she'll try to kill you. I don't know how to put this kindly. There can't be a worse person, an absolute worst person to be around if you are trying to be on vocal rest for a weekend. Now, let me explain. If you listened to the show or the podcast last week, Thursday and Friday, my voice was going, it's still not fully back. So I decided on Saturday, or really Friday night, I was going to put myself on vocal rest for the weekend until I got to this point, to this show on Twitch.
Yeah, but.
What?
Okay.
What?
Vocal rest means not talking at all?
Yes.
Okay, because I didn't ask for any information about your new gym plan, and I heard all of it.
That's because you decided you wanted to go grocery shopping with me.
No.
Yes?
You didn't have to talk. No.
Mm-hmm.
Prior.
Listen, hold on. No. I'm not. No. You're not hijacking this. You're not hijacking this. I told Carla Marie multiple times, hey, okay. I want to do this in order. I started by telling her I'm going to be on vocal rest. I'm not going to talk for the rest of the day. That didn't work at all. Then I got to the point where I said, hey, for the next hour, I'm not speaking. Please don't talk to me. I'm not speaking. I can't reply. And it never stops. And it's not that Carla Marie is doing it maliciously. Mm-hmm. Carla Marie just legitimately doesn't know how to keep a thought inside of her brain.
It's funny because I said, that's fine. I'll just talk.
And I said, no, that doesn't help. You talking doesn't help me. Because even when you're just talking out loud, the way you phrase things is almost always open-ended. It might not be a direct question.
I am a great interviewer.
It might not be a direct question, but it's always like, I wonder if this is going to happen. And then I have to jump in because I can't not respond.
That's a problem.
So that's my problem.
You have.
But
I wasn't on vocal rest. I am doing great vocally.
Yeah. And vocal rest is hard. I'm trying. And I did great on Saturday when Carla Marie was not here. Carla Marie went to go hang out with some...
Exactly. To the cats.
No, but I went to the gym. I didn't talk to anyone at the gym.
I bet.
I didn't. I asked one girl if she was using one of the bars I needed to use, and she wasn't. That was it.
So you talked to another girl at the gym, but you would...
Absolutely, yes. It was a much shorter conversation.
Yeah, Crazy Dream Girl said you didn't talk to Max all day?
No, I didn't.
Lenny said, is it me or ever since they announced that they were dating is the married couple energy coming out? No, Lenny.
It's been
out. You're just looking at it through a different lens. It's not more noticeable. You're just thinking about it. We actually argue less on the stream now, I think, because we don't want this to be the stream where a couple argues.
Yeah. No, but this is the same. I mean, it's the same arguing with each other energy we've had since the very beginning, I think. Let's see. Oh, yeah, that Lovers and Friends Festival. Have you seen that? What? It's in Vegas, and the lineup is insane. Ludacris? It's, I think Ludacris is there. Fat Joe is there. Ashanti, Monica, Brandy. Who else? Neo is there. Fabulous is there. It's like an insane lineup in Vegas.
When?
That's a great question. I want to say it's in October, maybe.
Man,
and it's all throwbacks. It's cool. Insane. Let's see.
When do they go on sale?
I guess today, if Rich is waiting for those tickets now and he's on the phone with the customer.
So our screen is
May 14th?
Is that a different thing? That says 90s mashup, May 14th.
Oh, yeah. How are all those people going to perform? How are all those people going to perform in one day, says Kimmy Kim. It's a whole day festival.
It's May.
It is probably the festival, the biggest festival that I've seen where, like, from top to bottom, you know almost every name.
When do you pee?
Huh?
When do you pee?
Probably when Ashanti goes on. She just doesn't have that much.
Does Ashanti come out with Ja Rule, or does Ja Rule come out with Ashanti?
Maybe both. If you have more than one song together.
Sonali. I'm trying not to put the bad vibes out there, but...
What?
She said Lollapalooza might have gotten everything canceled.
I don't think so. I really don't see... And listen, we can go back to this in 3 months and call me out for being wrong. I just don't think things are going to get rolled back. I think there might be another mask mandate.
Yeah.
I just don't think things are going to close.
Oh, I didn't tell you this.
What?
So I went to go see... I was at my friend's lake house this weekend, and I want to get into this at some point this week, but I finally got to meet her boyfriend. They've been dating for over a year, but during the pandemic. Of COVID, I didn't get to meet him, whatever. His cousin works in a hospital in Texas, and she said she's back to where they were over a year ago, and they're so slammed that they are now creating new, like how we had CenturyLink and we were using CenturyLink for people to go there and like quarantine and get tested and like use the hospital beds there. They're doing that in Texas now. They're so overrun. The hospitals are just slammed. They're canceling surgeries, everything. And she's like, they're not talking about this, but it's bad here. And again, you're going to find that in places like Texas where people don't believe in science. So,
well, there's a lot of, if you look at the highest concentration of new COVID cases, you go from Texas up to Missouri, and you have
just right down Texas, Louisiana.
Yeah, that whole area.
Alabama.
That's where it's worse. Now it's bad everywhere. Jersey's not great. New York's not great. Seattle's getting up there. Seattle still, I believe, as a major city, is one of the better places to be, I believe.
Oh, and Florida's really bad, actually.
Yeah.
Court, my husband's mother works in admin for a hospital in our area, and they're having meetings about how bad it is here again. And that's in Florida.
Yeah, my cousin gets back from her vacation. She works in a hospital in New Jersey, and she's like clearly masking up. I'm watching her on Snaps or Instagram stories and stuff. She's masking up even though it's not required where she has to go, because she does have to go back to work at a hospital. I'm sure she'll get tested and before that.
Yeah, so I go to Disney in Orlando next Wednesday. So I'm like basically flying into the eye of the storm. Like,
well, I'm doing that the week after that. I'm going to Nashville. And if you saw pictures of Nashville at all recently, it is packed. But I'm I'm going to do my best. I'm going to get tested before I go, and I will cancel my trip if I end up with COVID. I'll get tested before I go. I'll wear a mask on the plane, and I mean, there's not a lot you can do once you're on Broadway in Nashville because it's just crammed.
Yeah.
Even a mask wouldn't do anything. Let's see. Eric in Cleveland said, we are supposed to be back in the office this week. That's been delayed again. I think that sort of thing will be delayed, but I still don't see us going back to anything more than a mask mandate.
Tracy, thank you for subscribing.
Appreciate that. Oh, are we allowed to open these drinks before the hype cup gets filled?
I mean, yeah, we have to test them out. Ooh,
Okay.
I don't want to shake them, but...
No, you don't shake that. Oh, God. Oh, we're dead. So explain why we have these drinks and what we're doing.
Oh, yeah. So this Friday, Seattle Cocktail Club is hosting a Boozy Bodega. It is a pop-up. It is a surprise location. We'll be able to tell you the location during Thursday's show. Mm-hmm. We don't even know yet. They're purposely not telling us because they think I'm going to slip up. I just know it's...
I wouldn't tell Carla Marie anything.
I just know it's in the Seattle area. At this Boozy Bodega, you'll be able to buy food from Chef Shota, who was a finalist on this past season of Top Chef. He's making, before I mess it up, he is making a spicy sesame chicken sandwich, his own little twist on macaroni salad. There'll be other things for you to buy, and there's to-go cocktails that are like bodega themed. And over the last few shows, we've been testing them out. Mm-hmm. And today's is the Buffalo iced tea,
which is going to be interesting because it'll be.
Do you even know this?
Well, Buffalo Trace.
Yeah, so it's basically like an Arizona iced tea, but with Buffalo Trace in it.
So two of my favorite things are bourbon and iced tea.
I didn't know that. Like mixed or just separately in life?
Separately in life. Big fan of bourbon, and Bergen County, where I'm from. But also a very big. You don't know I like iced tea? What's wrong with you?
Because you always drink soda.
That's not true.
You love Mexican Coke. I've seen you drink more Mexican Cokes
yeah.
than iced teas.
Anyway, we'll open these up.
Do you like
it will be tough to beat the drink that I had last week, which was that spicy
that was good.
margarita-inspired drink.
Yes. Coke-san.
Which had that thing from Hawaii that everyone told us we need to.
What was it? Pog.
Yeah.
Passion orange guava?
There we go.
Maybe?
So, let's see. Oh, we got a hype train going. Let's see. Nick Wax said, I hope we can show up late. So I believe the event is from 4 to 7 or until everything sells out. So 5:45, you're probably safe. If you start pushing it a little later than that, who knows? Mm-hmm. But hey, if everyone's still going back home from work, then maybe traffic won't be that bad on Friday.
Are we looking up? Is it weird? So our screen is about 1.5 feet higher than it normally is.
Yeah.
And I feel like it looks okay, but I also feel like my neck is starting to hurt.
Well, we have to do a better job of keeping our chins somewhat level and just using our eyes to look up instead of our whole heads like this. What you doing over there? Oh, scrolling up. What is Buffalo Trace? Buffalo Trace is I would call it a mid-level in terms of like price point, like a mid-level bourbon. Available almost everywhere. And it's one that I really, really enjoy. You ready, Carla Marie?
Okay.
Cheers. What do we do here? Do that. There we go. Oh, that's good.
Oh, wow.
That's actually really...
So
you don't
I
even
don't
like bourbon.
That's good. We are looking up, like up.
That's really refreshing.
I like that a lot.
Yeah.
Damn.
This is definitely a poolside. You think they'll have kiddie pools at this event? Because I would definitely stand with like my feet in a kiddie pool drinking this.
You know, I said I wanted to buy a kiddie pool for this summer.
Here's the thing.
And you said no.
Yeah. I still don't want to own a kiddie pool. I would just like someone else to have a kiddie, much like a regular pool. I don't want to put the actual work into having an actual pool, but I would love to go visit someone's pool who put in the effort.
Jen said, I love the labeling on these drinks. So Seattle Cocktail Club has a label maker, hence how you got the You Look Great decals when we did Drag Queen Bingo. They do this themselves. And mind you, they're a team of under 5?
5 or 6 max, yeah.
We've said, hey, we'll come there and do some labels with you guys for different things, but I think that they don't trust us.
Floor, thank you for the follow. Wendy, thank you for resubscribing. Erica, Coffee Hawk Girl, and ChristyIsCool.com, thank you for the bits.
Seattle Cocktail Club said Buffalo Trace Distillery also makes Pappy Van Winkle. Oh my God, wait.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
Time out. Weird. And they also said no kiddie pools. First question, can we bring a kiddie pool? Second question, so I texted you this weekend. I was like, what is the bourbon or whiskey that Seattle Cocktail Club, Amy, told you is
James E. Pepper.
James E. Pepper. So I texted you that question because I was at my friend's lake house and we were talking about different bourbons and whiskeys. And my friend Mitchell was like, there's this bourbon that comes into Costco and like they don't tell you when it's coming because people go nuts over it and it's like impossible to get and it's so expensive, but at Costco it's like normal price. And he was like, let me find out. And it was called Pappy Van Winkle.
Really?
And I was like,
I'd never heard of that before.
Like, it's so expensive.
Never in my life did I hear the words Pappy Van Winkle in a row.
Imagine hearing it 2 days apart. I am like shocked.
The Pappy heist was fascinating. Tori had Pog on Saturday.
Hold on. Is Pappy Van Winkle in a Dead Men of Whiskey episode?
Wait.
What?
The Netflix show The Heist is about that bourbon? Stop it. Well, now I have to watch it.
Oh, my God.
Jen, thank you for the 100 bits. I think that just pushed us into what level of the hype train are we on now?
47.
Nope. That's
well,
not a
after
thing.
we're going to drink a little more because I have a fun game we're going to play.
Episode 39 says Seattle Cocktail Club. So we have to go check that out. Now we're in level 2. Oh, no, we're in level 3 of the hype train. Hype train is slacking today. But you know what? It's a Monday, and that's okay. It is okay to slack on a Monday.
I think one of my, what is this called? Spine?
Vertebrae?
Is out of its spot. Do you think you can push it?
Mm-mm. I cannot do that. Spoon, thank you for the 100 bits. And Zadie, thank you for the 100 bits as well. The other thing, and we touched on this earlier, Carla Marie and I went grocery shopping together yesterday.
And listen, I have been making grocery shopping my time to listen to the Almost On Air podcast or the 20-somethings Doing Nothing podcast and be in the zone and try to enjoy grocery shopping because I hate it.
Yeah.
So I've been forcing myself to like it.
And?
Yesterday was not an enjoyable experience.
Shauna from West Virginia, thank you. What is that, 5 gifted subs?
Thank you.
Thank you very, very much. And Jen with 100 bits.
Awesome.
So the reason that I needed to go grocery shopping is because I'm starting a new workout program today. And I've done this guy's workout programs for a while.
Here we go.
What?
It's just...
I want to explain what I'm about to do.
I know.
So I've done this guy's workout programs for a while. I'm starting a new one. His name is Jim Stepani. Dr. Jim Stepani. And I decided marijuana. Thank you very, very much for the, 10 gifted subs? Jeez, marijuana. That's my barber Miles, by the way. If you need a haircut in Seattle, Squire Barbershop, ask for Miles. He's awesome. I've been doing his workout for probably 2 years, different types of workouts that he has put out there.
Okay.
I've never followed any of his diet or supplement programs, though. So I decided, you know what? For a month, because there's a 4-week program, I'm going to do my best to stick to his actual diet, some supplements, and his training program, because it's 6 days a week. I had to buy tilapia, and I now have to learn how to cook tilapia. But the thing that I like about this...
Can't use the grill right now.
Can't use the grill. But the thing I like about this thing is there are no recipes. It's like, just eat these foods, and it's normally just eggs, spinach, oatmeal, and tilapia. Is basically what I'm eating for
You can air fry it.
Oh, that's awesome. I can air fry tilapia? That makes my life so much easier. But does it take a long time?
It's the easiest fish to cook. It takes like 4 minutes. No, 3. And
that's perfect.
Also, but here's what I like. The thing about this diet that he's doing is like, I think it's going to give you the physical results that you want, right? Like, it's going to make you jacked, make whatever, your traps big, whatever you want out of this.
I heard tilapia makes your traps big. That's how that works.
But when you say the things you have to eat, I'm like, I don't think this is going to be good for your insides.
So this is one of the most annoying things that happened yesterday is every time I had to pick something up, I had to watch Carla Marie grimace and be like, oh, that's disgusting. You're going to eat that?
Okay.
And it's not even that bad.
He has cans of tuna.
Yeah.
He's a cat.
I have to eat a can of tuna, one can of tuna a day.
I said, do you like tuna? And he said,
not really.
No. Like, canned tuna can't be good for you.
Why not?
And also, and that's the other thing. Tilapia is like one of the worst fish you can eat nutrition-wise.
Why?
Because it's like, there you go. It's bottom feeder. Like, it's like the worst nutrition-wise. It's like often farmed.
Listen, that's what the piece of paper says.
Tuna's awful for you. Like, this guy, how do you even
Tuna's
spell his
not
name?
bad for you.
Jim, how do you spell his name? He spells it J-Y-M.
Well, no, the supplements he has are J-Y-M. His
Anthony
name is Jim.
Went and spent way too much money on all this guy's supplements. How do you say the word? Supplements yesterday. Yeah. Like, this guy's got you hook, line, and sinker.
No, and
you might as well have signed up for a pyramid scheme.
No, and I'm fully aware that he puts his supplements in his diet plan to sell more of them. But I told myself, I said, I don't really buy a lot of supplements or any. So I'm going to go through and do it for a month and see how I feel.
You're going to get mercury poisoning. Look at all this stuff.
What? Tuna's not that bad.
Wait, I had a fish pun?
You did? What did you say?
I don't
know. Guys, I'm not substituting anything. I already bought 4 pounds of tilapia. All right. And when I went, so I bought the tilapia. Thank you, by the way.
I said hook, line, and sinker.
Wow. That's pretty good. So when I bought when I went to the grocery store and I bought the tilapia, I actually had to go to like the fish counter at Fred Meyer. And I was trying to do the calculation of, because I have to have this tilapia. That's my dinner every night. And that's the thing I like about it is I don't have to like make any decisions. It's like I know exactly what I'm going to have for breakfast, the snack after breakfast, lunch, snack, dinner. Done. Everything's exactly the same for the whole week. So I was able to like not spend a crap ton of money.
Again, I think physically you're going to look great and you're going to get all the results you want. But your organs, which is the important part.
My organs are going to, what are you talking about? My organs are going to be fine.
Court just said when she was pregnant, they actually told her to limit tuna.
I'm not pregnant.
4 to 6 ounces per week. That is because there is mercury.
I'm not pregnant.
But your body shouldn't be getting mercury. Go eat a thermometer.
No. What else? It has to be tuna in water. It is tuna in water, for the record. Yeah, there are plastic particles in like everything that we eat.
1 week. Then like next week you eat other weird shit.
So next week, some of the things will change. So instead of having, I have to buy the Kashi Go cereal. That's something we're supposed to have every day.
It's such a weird thing.
So instead of having that cereal and low-fat milk, I'll have like oatmeal next week.
Thank you.
What?
And Goosey said, I just mean like your gut health is not going to be good for
I think my gut health is going to be fine.
We're going to do a test at the end of the month. We're going to do a little scrapey. We're going to go send you for a little
I've got to have spinach, what else? Green beans.
In a can.
Brown rice.
They didn't even tell me to get fresh green beans. It has to be canned green beans.
I'm not preparing green beans. How do you even prepare green beans?
And this comes from the guy who's like, is it Whole30 approved? Can you eat that on Whole30?
I think everything I'm eating is Whole30 approved.
No, it's not.
Not the rice and the bread.
Or the canned tuna.
The canned stuff is fine.
Not.
I honestly, sometimes I hate her.
And I was telling him this. There's so much sodium in those green beans.
Whatever.
Thank you, Court.
I'll live. I do want to become Popeye the Sailor Man. And here's the thing. I wasn't bringing this up because I needed or wanted Carla Marie's opinion on it. The reason I was bringing it up was I know that my biggest downfall when it comes to like health and fitness is my diet. Like I have no problem going and working out for hours. I love it actually. But I don't like cooking. I don't like meal prepping. So I wanted to challenge myself. This is going to be 4 weeks. The only time I'm going to have off is the 3 days that I'm in Nashville. 3 of the 5 days that I'm in Nashville. Because I'm still going to be going to the gym when I'm down there and stuff like that. And then this Friday, I'll have one of the sandwiches and a drink from the Boozy Bodega pop-up.
I just love that this chat is doing the same shit that I was doing at the grocery store right now.
Yeah, but I don't have to hear that. I had to hear you is the difference. What about it?
Canned vegetables are for dire emergencies, Scotty said.
Well, this is an emergency.
Guys,
you guys really have to understand, I don't cook things. Like, I hate...
But I do, and he refuses to eat what I cook. For what reason? Because you've told me I'm a good cook. Don't be an asshole. Don't be funny right now.
Oh, now.
No, because it's... Okay.
What?
I'll remember that.
What?
Because you always like, this is good.
No, you're a good cook.
Then why'd you just do that?
Well, here's the problem. And this actually, because we never have a full plan of what we're going to eat that week. So I don't like waiting. No, and this is not your problem.
I have said to you so many times, what do you want to eat this week? And you're like, I don't know.
Yeah, because I'm not good. I don't meal plan or anything. I just decide what I want to eat that day and either go get it or I order it. It is a very bad habit. I'm not saying any of this is your fault or your issue or anything you even have to worry about. This is fully a me thing. And I just don't like cooking. I don't like planning about it. Even when I go to visit my family in New Jersey, my mom will always ask me, what do you want to eat when you get here? My answer is normally, I don't know. I don't care.
Okay. So you just said to me, you realize how hypocritical your statements just were.
Not really.
That you are mad that you...
Never said mad.
That you don't want to eat the food that I cook because you don't know what you're eating throughout the week. But you don't know what you want to eat throughout the week.
Yes. No, because...
But now you're doing a meal plan.
No, the other thing that happens oftentimes, and this is what happens when two people start living together and they're still trying to figure things out, is I will go to cook something for myself. And the other thing is I'm selfish when I eat. I'm 100% selfish. If I am hungry in that moment, I'm going to make myself food, and I'll oftentimes forget to even ask if anyone else is hungry. Okay? But what happens is when you go food shopping, and I don't know what the plan is for the week, I don't know what I'm allowed to touch in the fridge, so I end up just ordering food myself. Does that make any sense?
You literally were only ever home. You can ask me.
Yeah. But then it's like, oh, now I have to see when you want to eat, and then I have to wait for you to cook that thing. Instead, I'm just going to order something myself. That's how my brain works. It's not normal. It's not right.
At least you're admitting that.
I'm just saying that's how my brain works. When it comes to food, I'm a very weird person.
So anyway, at the end of the month, when you look like Veruca Salt, you had all this soda.
Who?
Snozzberries, like Snozzberries, girl, because you've just eaten 4 weeks of sodium.
That's fine.
We'll see how this diet goes.
We will. I might do a before and after picture. The only thing that's going to be interesting is I do 3 full weeks, then I go to Nashville, which is going to put me back a little bit, obviously, and then I come back for the final week. So if I like the way it works, I think I might do another month and do it like for real and take the appropriate rest and all of it. But we'll see.
Jen and Lisa, who are twins, just typed at the same time, make sure you're drinking a lot of water to flush out all that sodium.
Crap ton of water. I drink about 120 ounces a day, minimum. It's a lot of water. I pee a lot.
The best part is, this is my favorite thing in the world.
Why?
We went to GNC yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
Because Anthony needed to buy all these supplements from this guy. And the guy who works at GNC was like, oh, you're going to buy that guy's supplements or whatever he says. And Anthony's like, yeah, I've never done it before. And I want to do his whole thing. Like, I've done his workouts. The guy at GNC was like, yeah, I've had those supplements and they just didn't agree with my body. It's like TMI, but they just came right out. And I'm like,
he didn't say they came right out.
He said something else that you didn't hear.
He didn't say, oh, I shot myself.
He basically was telling you, the man who worked the store, to not buy those supplements because he shit himself.
But here's the thing. I was going into that store to buy those specific supplements regardless of what anyone said when I walked in. I actually wanted to tell the guy, I didn't ask you for your opinion.
It was interesting.
Shut up.
It was such a weird experience. He was like, yeah, that workout didn't do well for my body. And Anthony's like, so I heard this and I'm like, let me turn around and see what this guy looks like. I was expecting to see a jacked guy telling me that a workout plan didn't work for his body. And I was like, it was not. It was just like,
he was like a regular dude.
But I was expecting just listening.
Oh, like a big meathead?
And for like a big meathead to be like, yeah, that plan didn't I didn't see any results. And I'm like, oh, well, this guy's going to be huge because he found a plan. And I'm like, no. That's
let's
true.
see.
You're just it's basically the supplements are to flush out all the sodium you're eating.
Listen, whatever happens. This is a challenge that I'm doing for myself.
Fair. I just feel like there are ways.
Just like I didn't ask that guy at GNC for his opinion, I didn't ask you for your opinion either.
I want to send Dr. A this monthly plan and see what she says.
Again, I'm not asking Dr. A for her opinion, and I love her, and she's great. This is something that I just wanted to challenge myself to do. I don't know how many times I have to tell people this is a challenge that I want to do for myself.
No, that's fine. But no one wants you to die of a heart attack. You're getting old, man.
Nick said in the Twitch chat, I remember hearing that once that an average person has 8 pounds of poop in them at any given moment. That's a lot.
Yeah, we're definitely looking up a lot. I just watched.
Yeah, I've got to be better at it because it's not really that much higher than the screen. But I think because we were looking down so much,
all right,
it looks even worse. It looks weirder now. Let's see. Jordy, thank you. Anthony's going to crush this workout regimen. Appreciate that. And I'll let you know how it goes.
Okay.
I don't remember liking to eat tuna fish because it's been so long since I've had tuna.
Like there's probably it's probably healthier to eat my cat's food.
That's not right. That's stupid. How does that make any sense?
Because it probably doesn't have sodium.
What? Cat food is almost served the same way tuna is.
In a can.
Yeah.
But it's fresh food.
How is it fresh?
The can says fresh food.
Yeah. I would say they're similar. I don't know if one is better than the other. Let's see. No, this is not my challenge to get my average person trophy, which is something that Carla Marie talked about on the podcast, the Monday Friday podcast. So if you haven't listened to that yet, it's a pretty good episode.
Carla Marie did not talk about the average person trophy. Whoa. You almost knocked that over.
Yeah.
Carla Marie wanted a trophy for something specific. Anthony said it was just being an average person.
Yes.
It was the hardest I've ever laughed in an episode of Monday Friday. So after this, if you want something to listen to, go there.
Let's see. All the cats are going to love Anthony for a month. I'm not sharing my tuna with them.
They're going to be sweating tuna.
Let's see. Can you eat anything with the tuna? So I can have it with, it's basically a tuna sandwich. I can use 2 tablespoons of.
Any meal plan that tells you to buy bread and milk.
That's not true. Bread is not like the end all.
Okay. Milk though, like literally everything is like stay away from milk because dairy ruins everything. And you went and bought milk.
Yeah. Yeah. We've got different goals, Carla Marie. Let's see. I was just catching up on the podcast before we went live today, and I got a kick out of you laughing so hard, says Fueled by Dana in the Twitch chat. It was a good podcast. You should definitely go check that out, My Day Friday, anywhere you listen to podcasts. Mm-hmm. And, oh, wow, we only have like 15 minutes left, and I know you have this screenshot that I need to put on the screen. Give me a second. End a game. All right, well, what do you want to do first, Carla Marie? We'll do the game because I need a couple seconds to set this up properly.
Okay.
Okay? So what's the game?
Well, Julie said I had to step away for a bit. Do the drinks open up the intermittent fasting?
So I'm taking sips of this. I'm just going to pretend they don't exist for my intermittent fasting.
What we do on drink days.
Yeah.
I still won't eat until...
I can eat at 11:30 today.
Well, because my house almost went on fire, I had to recook dinner. So I had to eat late. I can't eat until... Oh, I guess it's probably the same time. Because I do less of a fast than you.
Maybe. Well, what's the game?
Oh. I invented it.
Okay.
Let's just play it.
Why are we playing this?
Well, people were saying it was their birthday earlier.
Okay.
Yeah, Cheryl, I know it's unhealthy to eat past 6 p.m., but when my house went on fire last night, I didn't have a choice but to remake dinner.
All right, well, what's going on here?
So I've created basically name that mind meld tune. So
okay.
I have a theory, and this is going to test it. We may never play this game again.
Okay.
I have a theory in my head that if I say one word from a song, you should be able to know what exact song I'm thinking of. One word or like a quick phrase or something.
Okay.
And I'll tell you why it happened I'll do the thing that triggered it in my head first, and then I can explain it a little better. So it's kind of like an example.
So what do I have to do?
You just have to guess what song I'm saying by the one word or phrase. Everything's a word, essentially.
So you're going to give me a word.
A word or phrase.
And I have to think of the song that you think of when you hear that word.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. We can't play the songs on here because we will be fined.
Okay. You can do the correct answer and the incorrect answer.
Okay. Well, so if I say to you, engine.
Number 9 on the New York Transit line.
Okay, so this all started because I saw a fire truck and it said engine. And in my head, I was just like, and I started singing it. And I was like, I wonder if Anthony would...
Pick it up.
Yeah. So that's Fat Man Scoop. And I was like, I wonder what other songs you can get.
Okay. That one's pretty. Okay, I see how this game goes now.
Okay, so
what else do we have? That one's pretty easy. Okay, there we go.
Yeah. If I said to you, after all.
You're my Wonderwall.
Can you sing them?
No, my voice is going to go.
Like, sing them quietly.
No. The answer is no. Okay.
This is one of the things for the Blockbuster game if you play the whole game.
Oh, really? Huh. I guess we never played the whole game. And we finished all the cards already.
There's only 2 more chances left.
Okay.
Okay. This is great, but also more than one. Oh, I thought after all was one word. That's why I said one word or phrase.
Okay.
Forehead.
Forehead. Shape of an L on her forehead?
And
really?
Again, there's other songs that say forehead, but like I was going with Mind Meld of this is the song that I'm thinking
And what's the song for people who don't know what I'm saying?
Smash Mouth All-Star.
There we go.
The shape of an L
on her forehead. Yeah.
Well, the years start coming and they don't stop coming. Back to the rules and it hit the ground running.
Didn't make sense not to live for fun.
No, but is it Back to the Rules? Did I always make that up?
I don't know. Next.
Okay. Last one that I might have another one on here. And I tried to keep...
Do you have another one on there?
Not
no.
on here, on there.
Oh.
Because I had a bunch of other ones and I realized it was part of the title and I was like, no, I don't want to do that.
Okay.
Last one. If I say the word lover.
Taylor Swift, Lover?
I just told you it's not the title.
Oh, it's not. Be My Lover? Be my lover, wanna be my...
That's
no?
not what Mind Meld, my Mind Meld was, specifically.
Oh, if you want to be my lover? Is it Wanna Be?
Spice Girls.
Okay. Yeah, that happens a lot. There are certain things that people say. Like if someone says forever, I just think of Outkast and Andre going, forever, forever, ever, forever, ever.
Okay, that's fair.
Like there are certain words that trigger me to think of just songs.
Certain things.
And I can't hear those words without hearing those songs in my head.
Right. And that's how I felt when I saw the fire truck.
So all of that happened because you saw a fire truck and then you almost burned the house down.
Well, that was the fire truck.
Were you trying to call the engine number 9 to the house?
I saw the fire truck a few days ago and I've been thinking about this game since then. So I like this game. Do you like this game?
I like it.
I really wish you could play the song.
We could probably play like 3 seconds of a song.
Okay.
Yeah, Sorry Miss Jackson is the song I was talking of. Thank you, Life is a Hike in the Twitch
guys.
chat.
I invented a game.
That was pretty good. I'm a fan.
So I took my improv skills of the Mind Meld, which we've played on here before.
Yes.
And I made it a song game.
All right, now let's talk about this tweet.
Nope.
Is it a tweet or an Instagram story? What is this?
It was an Instagram story.
All right, let's see if this works.
Well, let me explain it first.
There we go. It's on. It's on the screen.
Well, I can't read it.
Well, you have to read it from your phone then.
I don't have it on there anymore.
What do you want me to do?
Why'd you mute me?
I muted myself.
So our friend Katie, she is the Bachelorette this season. We all know that. She shared this on her story the other day because she had posted a photo of her in lingerie, and people had a lot of opinions about it. And I mean, if I posted something like that, I wouldn't get this response because our audience basically knows us, right? We've grown up with these people who listen for the last 5 to 10 years.
Yeah.
So most people understand us and don't give us crap like this. Now, Katie people are just getting to know her, so they feel like they can give her opinions. This is what a man sent to Katie after she posted a picture of her in lingerie. But what about if you seeing it from a different point of view? Because she was posting how people are like giving her crap about it. This guy said, what if this picture is the reason someone else's husband is masturbating to this and it affects their relationship? Men have a hard time controlling themselves and some can't help but seek this out. What if something or many things like this picture are hurting other relationships and stealing that satisfaction and glorification from the wife? Holy.
I read that when she posted it. That is one of the weirdest messages and dumbest messages I think I've ever seen.
But here's the problem. This guy's not alone. Like, no,
that guy is alone.
No, there are a lot of
physically alone.
Yes, but there's a lot of thought out there that, well, men can't control themselves, so let's go back to rewind to middle school. Girls can't wear tank tops. Girls can't have their arms out. Your bra strap, like I got sent home from school, or I had to wear a t-shirt in middle school because my bra strap was showing, but it was literally a tank top that was built with straps in because that was the style at the time and had like gems on it. They were like, you can't have your bra strap out. Literally told me because of the boys. Like, I'm sorry. Put them in a different classroom then. Like, and this goes back to the whole, it's kind of related, but right now in the Olympics, there's the U.S. men's fencing team. There are 4 men on the fencing team. 3 of the men wore pink masks, if you've been seeing this photo, in solidarity against their 4th teammate who has been accused of sexual assault by 3 women. Now, the U.S. Olympics team the IOC is letting him compete with the caveat that he had, for this, what did they use? Some shitty ass phrase, but they're keeping him away from all other female athletes. And it's like, the problem is not the female athletes. There's clearly a problem here if you're making this man be isolated away from the women. He's the problem. Don't let him have the global stage. And
I think the problem that the IOC found themselves in, and I don't think he should be, if you have to put someone essentially in their own apartment or condo building to keep them away from women, they shouldn't be allowed there. I think legally, hold on, I have to clear my throat. I think legally where the IOC found themselves in the U.S., I don't know if it's the U.S. Olympic Committee or the U.S. Fencing Organization, whatever, is that he took it to court and a third-party arbitrator basically said, no, you can't block him from, you have to remove your ban on him. So I think what they found themselves was in a really tough legal situation where if they held him out, he could have then sued them and it would have screwed up a lot of other things. So I think they did the best that they could do legally. But yeah, it's the same thing that happened with the coach at LSU, Les Miles. It recently came out that he had assaulted or made passes at some of the female students who were working for the athletic department. And instead of firing him, what they did was they basically said, women can't work around him. So,
and it's like, so Life is a Hike basically says this perfectly. Oh, and it scrolled up. In the Twitch chat, said men will learn to control themselves once they feel the consequences of their actions, like not being able to compete in the Olympics or not even getting that job anymore. And that's the problem. We're making excuses because they can't control themselves. Like,
no, that's stupid.
That is absurd. Then like we'll ship them all to Mars.
Yeah. No, any man who says I couldn't help myself or I couldn't control myself, like, I've never met anyone like that.
Then, like, what happens when a dog can't control themselves? They get sent to a shelter, a pound, and they get put down.
Yeah. It's weird.
Like,
let's see what else.
The theory that men can't control themselves.
Yeah.
It's
stupid. But to go back, because we hit a lot of topics there, to go back to the original thing that the guy said to our friend Katie, who's going to be on The Bachelor tonight. Is it tonight the last episode?
Tomorrow. No, next week.
Next week is the last episode, but there is an episode today, right? Tonight?
Yeah.
Okay. So she posted her picture in lingerie. The guy was basically like, you should think about wives who have to deal with their husband seeing this, and then they think about you when they masturbate.
Right.
First off, whatever anyone thinks about when they masturbate is totally up to them. No one cares. Secondly, if your relationship is on such a rocky, terrible foundation that a picture of a stranger in lingerie on the internet is what makes it crumble, the picture wasn't the problem. Your relationship and that man was the problem. That's like the most direct, clear thing I think I can ever say.
So it's funny. So Katie's response when she shared this was, this sounds like a problem within the relationship itself. I'm not going to change my ways to cater to a man with a problem. This reminds me how girls in schools have to wear longer dresses so that boys aren't distracted. No, just no. If a picture of another woman is hurting the relationship, the root cause is deeper than my picture.
Exactly. Plus, it's the internet. Do you know what's on the internet? Everything.
Free porn.
Literally everything is on the internet.
I want to get that guy on the show so I can basically tell him to suck it.
Which he could watch on the internet.
No, and someone said the finale's tonight. It's next Monday. It just double-checked. August 9th.
It's crazy. Let's see.
Yeah, Life is a Hike. So that guy can't go to the beach ever?
It's such an idiotic comment that I feel like it's received way too much attention already.
Yeah, but you need to understand, like...
No, I understand why we're talking about it.
But he's not alone.
I know, and part of me wants to just look at all those people and say, no one cares about your opinion and walk away. And it's impossible to do that because they're always going to have their little fingers in their keyboards, and they'll be able to comment to strangers like they just did. Let's see. What do you guys think about the cardboard beds? Oh, so that was the cardboard bed thing. There was a theory that the Olympic Committee, when they set up the Olympic Village, wanted to make sure that athletes weren't doing it. So they set up these like flimsy cardboard beds.
But athletes have come out and said it's not true. We all hook up. And
they've been jumping on the beds and they're fine. Yeah. I think that was just very early on when people saw pictures of it. They're like, oh, they're trying to make them not do it. Listen, if you're an Olympic athlete and you're single, I think if all of them just want to go have the biggest sex parties imaginable, they've earned it. They're all probably in fantastic shape. Yeah. Their energy is at an all-time high. The endorphins of competing and then getting medals, and then sometimes, as Will Ferrell says in Wedding Crashers, grief is nature's strongest aphrodisiac.
That's true.
So even the people who don't win are like, I need to get my mind off of not winning. Go at it.
So Lenny brings up a great point. Olympic babies. Like, imagine those babies. Like, you have babies from all around the world being like, you've got I'm trying to think of the best a Greek baby and
no, I think it's not even about it's like you're taking, let's say, a sprinter from Trinidad and Tobago and a pole vaulter from Sweden.
That person they're gonna be like boing,
like the best of the best.
Yeah.
That's basically how Yao Ming was born.
So,
do you hear the theory behind Yao Ming? No. Is both of his parents were also basketball players, and the Chinese government kind of like set them up, like almost like an arranged marriage, to be like, you'll probably have an unbelievably large baby, and they did.
Well,
and he was like 7'6", right?
It worked. So yeah, Olympic babies, that would be amazing. But also, aren't you like not supposed to have sex before?
I've heard that's not real. And was it Jesse Owens?
You were a D1 athlete.
Yeah. I don't think I was ever in a situation. Well, we're gonna move on from that.
You mean to tell me you didn't hook up with girls at track meets when you were gone for it?
Not before my event. No.
After? There was like a big track party?
No, it was different. God, my voice.
Uh-oh. Oh, the voice is conveniently going.
No. So in the times that I had, so I was a javelin thrower. Normally, our events were Friday because they would do the 10K, which is an unbelievably long race, the javelin and the hammer throw.
You were literally throwing. You could have had sex.
No, I think it's actually harder because the javelin and the hammer throw and the shot put are all events that require like all of your energy in a very short amount of time.
Okay.
So the explosion, if you will,
oh God,
the athletic explosion needs to be like as strong as possible. But either way, the thing I was going to get to was normally I was done competing and the rest of my team still had to compete and all the rest of the athletes still had to compete. And then the second the track meet was over, we got in a bus and went home.
Okay.
So it's not like there were a lot of opportunities, you know. Let's see.
Drink to that.
Drink to what? What I just said?
Mm-hmm.
I think we've got to get out of here, especially because my voice is starting to go. Don't forget, our friend Katie will be on The Bachelor tonight. It is the hometown episodes. Bachelorette tonight. It's like the Bachelor franchise, though, right? But it is the Bachelorette. She'll be on it tonight. It is hometowns. We also have a Made Friday you can listen to. And if you are not signed up to our newsletter, do that. I think if you type in ! And the word newsletter. What?
Lenny, read that.
I can't read. Just read it, please.
Oh. My wife and I wore our You Look Great gear to Legoland this weekend, and almost every kid and some adults thanked us, and one dad said he felt empowered.
That's awesome.
Lenny,
I saw his picture from there.
Can you send me the pictures and just send me that blurb? Because I want to start doing a little thing in the newsletter where we like highlight someone. And
that would be really cool. I love that idea. So make sure you are signed up for our newsletter. I think if you type in ! And the word newsletter, you will get the link to do that because that's how we are going to let everybody know where we're going to be on Friday with the Boozy Bodega.
Oh, tomorrow.
What's tomorrow? Oh, we also have to talk about a little programming note. Go for it, Carla Marie.
So tomorrow we're actually going to do the show at 9:30 Pacific time, not 8 a.m. So we'll be an hour and a half late tomorrow. We are going to do a regular show just later, I have to take Erica and John, the kittens, to the vet to get spay and neuter tomorrow. And their drop-off time is 8:15. And, like, I don't pick that. It's just, like, when the vet can get in the rescue kittens. So I was like, all right, well, they got to go. This is important. So I'm taking them tomorrow at 8:15. So tomorrow we'll be live an hour and a half after our regular time.
All right. Well, I'm going to stop talking once I hit the stop streaming button. And that's about it. Peace out. Thanks for hanging out.